What's up, guys? We're back here at Archeworld checking out the price of the BSLT token, and we have some more bad news. It is broken down below 2 cents. So we are here January 8th, and as you can see on the chart here, we had a little bit of an uptick. January, it looks like 2nd. It looked promising, and then it just broke down. And then we broke the 2 cent barrier, which was the low of all time. So now we're at the current low, all-time low of 0.019, and it still doesn't look like it's found a bottom. So the only good news that we do have on this is that they have updated the website. So last weekend at the maintenance didn't have too much going on. It was, I believe, an arc pass and then the star rebalance. But they updated this. And so for those that don't know, this is actually a picture of Whalesong. This is a zone up in the north. So Whalesong is right up here, is this little island. And with them doing a picture from there, it looks like that may be the next content that actually gets released. So you may be wondering, like, well, are we going to sail up here? I don't think so. I think what they're going to do is they're going to release a portal that's going to teleport us to Whalesong, and then we're going to do this because there's a lot of different content in here that would need to be unlocked if we open up the entire ocean right here. So there's definitely a lot of content that could be unlocked, but they're doing it in small steps, very, very small and slow steps. So it looks like, my guess is that Whalesong will actually come out in the next couple of months. And Whalesong will probably look significantly different than what it did in ArcAge. How different, we don't know, but most likely it will be a brand new zone that's going to have these stronger ancestral monsters where people are going to need to farm. There's also going to be at least 2 bosses probably up there. Originally, it was like a race between both sides. The west and the east factions were trying to kill a boss. And yeah, so we'll see if that kind of mechanic comes up again, where there's 2 bosses, and then it's, a race to kill one of the bosses or to prevent the other team from killing the boss. We'll see what happens. They could also, adjust it and change it a little bit more. They also could do ice fishing. So ice fishing was around this area over here. So ice fishing could also be unlocked because they do have fishing now. So there's a lot of interesting ways that this could go in the future. We are still waiting for the ocean monsters. We're still waiting for the sea bugs and the jellyfish to appear in the game. But yeah, other than that, there really hasn't been much. The latest Arc Pass is not that great, right? Very, very disappointing for Arc Pass, in my opinion. These Arc Passes need to be better, right? So we're in January, and if we take a look at this, this has protection stones and then a couple of blue shotguns. So like at this point, if this was just one purple, like one purple shotgun here instead of 2 blues, it would be significantly better, and that would make this kind of like a worthwhile Arc Pass. Granted, all these Arc Passes are still worthwhile because they're just a bunch of free materials that you get, free items. But like, you want them to be better. This is how free-to-play players can progress in the game without having to grind, hundreds upon hundreds of hours, right? You do the Arc Pass, you get all these materials for free, little bit of purchase, right? You have to have 1,000 BSLT, you stake that, and you do the Arc Passes. This is like essentially how the free-to-play players and the cheap players get their stuff without being just face smashed. They do the missions, they do the open coin purses, they use labor, they synthesize their gear, they kill monsters, they do the missions, and they get these rewards. That allows them to progress a little bit and to catch up. So with players now getting to 30,000 gear score on the Asian server, tier 7 weapons and armors are being created, right? Kraken is dying. Like, you need to raise up the gear score of the lower players. A lot of those players are not here, not playing the game anymore. You need to do something to bring those players back and get excited about the game again. They have this new player join the game, rent land, and get free tier 5 weapons and free tier 4 armor for 45 days. I believe it's a tier 5 weapon. So those are temporary items that will boost up their stats and get people into the game, which is a great start. But they can continue this with improving the arc passes. Like, I think December's arc pass is pretty good. No, not that one. So this one right here, the November arc pass, is probably the better one that they have. They have a lot of protection stones. I got 2 of those, 1 there. But overall, there hasn't really been too many. Like, so this one is probably the best one. So October, we have 3 sunlight protection stones right there. Then we have 3 moonlight protection stones. Then we have 3 starlight protection stones. And then 2 blue shadowguns. Like, this arc pass is hands down way better than the November, than the December, and then the January. Like, they need to keep going on this kind of track. Like, give out a good chunk of items in the arc pass. So that's my thoughts. We'll see what happens. There's supposed to be 2 updates here in January. We're supposed to get ancestral skills, and then we're also supposed to get remote harvesting for your beds and your processing machines. So these are 2, could be big updates here. We'll see what happens. What else? If anything else comes up, I will let you guys know. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you later. And let me know if you have any questions or comments about Archeworld, or if you have any suggestions, post it down below. And also suggest it on the forums or the Discord. That's where they want all the suggestions, and they want to hear from your feedback.